Hello, everybody. Um, so it seems that I'm alone right now, but I'm guessing someone will show up eventually. Until then, I just want to say hello to all you who is watching this on replay. Don't forget to hashtag replay and tell me what you were up to while you were watching this live. Were you diamond painting or were you taking a walk? Anything? I would love to know. And I see people giving me a like, but who is in here? Hi, who is in here with me? I would love to know how your weekend was. And who is in here? I'm quite curious. Paige, hi. I hope you feel better, sweetie. Hi, Nina. It is I, Paige. Oh my God, where is it from? Is it I? Hey, Terry. Kayola Craft is Terry. She lives in Australia. That's why she says g'day. Hi, Francesca. How are you doing? I hope everybody's weekends were great. Mine wasn't because my bag is trying to literally kill me. So yeah, that's been a great weekend. Or maybe not. I mean, I can sit up today without, well, I could sit up yesterday in here. Terry, Teri. Yeah, was that right? That was right. So yeah, I last night when we went to bed, I had to get up again because I just couldn't get comfortable in any way. So yeah, that was interesting or not. So yeah. Oh, Paige, I'm sorry that you're so. Is it a cold you have, or are you having a flu? Hmm. Oh, by the way, how many of you have seen Paige's halfway update on the diamond painting? How many have seen that video? Hi, Catherine. Welcome. How was your weekend? So, yeah, I want to know who saw that video. Oh, a cold. Well, I mean, they can't be bad enough, but yeah, colds are, it's better than the flu, right? And those kids, they bring home every type of germs, don't they? You didn't see it, Francesca? She had a secret. Yeah, way better than the flu, right, Paige? Yeah, our Paige had a secret. Yeah. Do you want to tell it, Paige, or should I? I want to know. Oh, I'm sorry, Terry. I can tell them, Paige? Well, our sweet, lovely, dear Paige did this halfway diamond painting update. And she then had an explanation of why she hadn't been doing a lot of videos lately. And she put in a little picture in front of her. It was black and white. And it was a sonogram. Paige is pregnant. Yay! Oh no, so sorry, Terry. Can't you just put the red dot all the way to the end? I'm sorry. So yay, we're gonna have a YouTube baby. Yay! Congratulations, Paige. I'm so happy for you. But you kept it a secret. Yeah, I was gonna start out with I have a bone to pick with you, but not when you're sick. No. So yeah, we're gonna have a YouTube baby. Ooh, and of course we do expect, some updates now and then about, you and the baby. So yeah. Oh, I can understand that, Paige, that you're excited. How far along are you by now? 12 weeks? Yeah, that would do about the time you've been feeling that you had your health issues. So yeah, a YouTube baby. Ooh, April. Hi. I almost missed you because I had my own little dance over here. How are you this day? Leah, hi sis. So did you kick your kid off? Leah is my sister. Yeah. I'm glad to I'm glad to hear that, April. You don't feel bad about keeping it to yourself? Well, you oughta. 4 months. Well, then you have 5 months to make up for it. No, I'm kidding. She's a happy kid, Leah. Did she get the roommate that you all hoped she'd get? Yeah. What is that? It's kind of like boarding school, but not quite a boarding school, that my sister's middle child is starting today. Oh, yay. Then they're happy, both of the girls. See, I had a live chat with Francesca not this many days ago, and she just plain out nuts. And no, I'm kidding, Paige. I'm kidding. I just have to pick you just a little bit. It's okay. Oh, anybody want my back? Because I don't want it anymore. Yesterday, it was sitting right around my lungs, so I couldn't really breathe, which was not interesting. No, the part of it was trying to kill me because, I could breathe very shallow. Yeah, that's not interesting. So yeah, I had to sleep either in here or in the couch in the TV room, because when it was all laid back, it was okay. If I just sat upright in it, no can do. Oh, I'm glad you do, Paige. Right, Francesca? I really want to trade it in for a new one, but you know what? People keep saying, no, you can't do that. It's too many nerves. And I keep telling them, you could just make a little nut on each of the nerves and ta-da. But then people look at me like, huh? Like, you're crazy. I'm like, no. You don't want it, Leah? You have your own back pain? Well, we can trade because I'm pretty sure mine is better. No, worse than yours. You don't want to miss anything, Terry? Well, you could go back afterwards. I don't know. Because I'm afraid you're gonna miss the guest at DMC if you looked at the community page. How many of you did take a look at the community page to look at the color? I had the hardest time finding a picture this week. But a little paint program magic, and it it worked out somehow. You look, Francesca? Do you have a guess, or do you even know which one it is? That's what I want to know. So yeah. Deep breath is a very bad idea. But you need them every now and then, don't you? Oh, that yawning. Never sure, but I had to have a guess or two. Yay, Francesca. I can't wait to see if you're spot on. I mean, I wonder if Anthony will stop by because the last time he was here, he was spot on both times. Catherine, you want a new back and a new hip. Well, the hip one, they can do that. I mean, I have had plenty of elderly people have a new hip, so that one we can do. Okay, sis, thank you for stopping by. Terry, you also want a new back and a new hip? Well, I mean, the hip is easy. Go to the hospital, say new hip, please, and voila. Well, love you, sis. I mean, it's not just voila, but and the um, time after is a little not so fun, at least for the elderly. I don't know. Oh, wait, I had well, she was about 10 years older than me, so maybe young middle aged. I don't know. What are you when you're in your early 50s? I don't know. But she had a new hip one year and the other one the next year. And within, I don't know, 3 months or so, she was running again. So, I mean, it can be done, but yeah. Terry, what are you doing up so late? I was wondering. Can't you sleep? April, you got a new knee in 2020 before or after the you know what? Catherine got a hip replacement at 39. So this time it's the other hip or is it the same hip? Francesca, no, she's been here a few times, but it's been quite a while since she was in here last. During, ooh, that's kind of like when I had my hysterectomy. That was in when did we move in here? 2021, smack in the middle of it. So I had to go down by myself, wear a mask. I could take it off when I was in my bed, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. I mean, if I walk around, I need to wear my mask. But if I'm in the bed, it's okie dokie not to wear it. Please tell me the logic in that one. I mean, I did take a test because you had to. You need to take a test. I need to drive to the city where the hospital was to get a test there. So, ooh, um, where was? Oh yeah, because they had this arrangement with the hospital so that the tests were done speedy. I mean, I had the result within a few hours or so. I'm like, dang it, that was fast. I mean, if I went to take a test on my own, it would take around 24 hours. You didn't like to wear your mask in your own bed? You had to wear it at home? Huh. And then another funny thing, I had to wear the mask when they drove me down to the surgery, to the OP. And I had to wear the mask while I was talking to all the doctors and I don't know what. And then when they then when they were drove me into the sorry again. Oh, this yawning is driving me crazy. Then when I came into the operating room, I could I could take the mask off so that we can, you know, put the nose mask thingy on me so that it could sedate me. And I was like, oh, because it took a few minutes, you know. I mean, we talked and all the stuff, and I was like, wait, why could never mind. That doesn't make any sense. The same when I was in the recovery room afterwards. Then I didn't have to wear my mask again. But when one of the workers came to pick me up to drive me up to my room again, I had to wear the mask. Don't make sense. See, now I know where these wrinkles are coming from. It's because I do this all the time. I need an iron. I need to iron these out. I just noticed that from my newest goal. Oh, today's bad. When I put that picture up, when I put that picture up on Facebook, I was like, what is that between my eyes? Ooh, I'm getting old. I'm trying, Francesca. I was really looking at it and go, I'm not that old. I mean, the smiley wrinkles along my eyes, that is okay. They're allowed to be there. But this worry wrinkle here, no. Kathleen, we only had to wear a mask in shops and hospital, but not in our houses. Oh no, we didn't have to either. This isn't the hospital. Um, but yeah. And then usually when you had a hysterectomy, they send you home the same day if you're feeling well, of course. But if you don't have anybody at home because they want you to be with somebody for 24 hours, no, I was feeling fine. I mean, I wake up and I feel like, oh, I can run a mile, you know? I just wake up as if I had had a nap or something. And I never feel queasy or nauseated, anything. I just wake and could get out of bed. Um, but since David was at work that night, what was that? I can't remember what day it is anymore. But since he had to go to work, I couldn't go home. So I had to stay the night at the hospital, which wasn't bad. They had good food. And then David could pick me up the next day around noon. So yeah. But we only had to wear masks if we were outside amongst other people. So, when we went grocery shopping or we went to a concert in our theater and we had to wear masks until we sat in our seats again. Huh? There was so many stupid rules. I was like, can you hear, how contradictory this is? But we did it. We followed the rules. We got our shots. Everything was fine. I don't like the shots, just to tell you that. Um, and I believed, in wearing the masks. It was to protect me and others. I mean, but I was like, um, please let me know what. Anyway, oh, and I got a fabric mask at some point, but I didn't really use it a whole lot because it was very flimsy. But it had the Grinch on it. Oh darn it! What was it? What is it that it says? Oh, I can't remember anymore. But it was something in the line that he would actually say, something like "Keep your distance. I'm not into people," something like that. And I had to have it, even though I could maybe have had one of the surgical masks on and this over it. Maybe I should have done that because I loved it. No, anyway, it was cute. And I love the Grinch. Sadly, it wasn't the real Grinch, Jim Carrey. It was the cartoon one. I was like, well, I don't like the cartoon one. I want the real deal. I mean, for some reason, the cartoon Grinch, he looks way too cute for me. Have any of you seen it? April, what confused me was people in restaurants had to wear masks the whole time except when eating or drinking in the restaurant. Again, I mean, don't you spread your germs when you're eating and food go? No. I remember I had, ow, I had to go to a Here we go again. Ooh. I had to go to a knitting retreat in, I can't remember if it was in the end of September or in the beginning of October. I had to go to this knitting retreat that I do almost every year for the past 5 years now. Well, 5 this year. Oh, and we had to wear masks when we went to the restaurant, when we went up and get our food. But then when we sat in our tables, we were 6 at a table, we could take them off. Plus, we didn't have to wear them in our, retreat rooms. We just had to wear them in the restaurant, and when we were, did we have to? Yeah, we had to wear them when we were walking the halls. But I mean, at the time, everything made sense, right? We just did it. That was the rules. But when I look back at it, some of the rules were like, I it didn't make sense, all of it. I mean, and I know it was that some of the rules were made kind of in a hurry to try to protect everyone. But yeah, I know it was to minimize the spread. Ouch. And everybody had a test done before we had to take the test when we were meeting on Friday. So we had to have the test taken on Wednesday late afternoon. And then if we had the possibilities to stay home until we went to the retreat, or to take a speed test, so that we could make sure that people possibly were healthy. Hi, Linda. How are you doing? Francesca, the thing is, everyone would have had to wear masks on the whole time and wear N95 type only. Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially those with these shields on. I mean, the germs could go around those. I made sure when I had the blue surgical one, it was snug on my nose. It was stuck all the way under my chin. Oh, that's nice, Paige. I didn't have to wear it when giving birth. I believe that would have been kind of annoying. Hmm. Yeah, well, that would have been annoying. Uh, yeah, anyway, I think that's right, because my sister-in-law, well, she would be my former sister-in-law by now, right? Rosa's mom didn't have to wear one either. Did my brother have to? I can't remember. Oh, I can imagine that, Paige. It would be much less stress this time. Also, to go to the sonograms and the what's her name? The one that takes care of you during your pregnancy. I have the Danish word in my mind. I can't remember the name of it. Terry Postpartum Hotel. Um, in Denmark, and I guess in Norway too, you don't have the ward that you can stay in afterwards. Most of them have been made into a hotel that is free for, I don't know how many. Yeah, the hospital has a hotel joined into it, and you can go there. And I think it's free, unless if you have to have a hospital stay on Wednesday and you want to come in on Tuesday. I think you have to pay a little, then, but if you're in the hospital to give birth or have had a surgery or whatever, you can stay in the house in the hotel if you're feeling good, and the nurse will drop by every now and then they save the beds for the more serious cases. Oh, most people do take go. I mean, in Denmark, you can leave after 4 hours. Is it 2 hours or 4 hours if everything is fine? But they do say that first time moms has to stay a few days at least. But if everything is fine, even the first time moms can say, "Okay, I'm fine, bye." Yeah, exactly. There are awards for those who need it. Especially if you had a C-section, you they will keep those in the ward, to help them as much as they can. But if everything is just fine, and then they will, move you to the hotel. Oh, hi, Nina again. Yeah, we can leave right after we've been to the toilet. I mean, if you had your, let's say, third or fourth child, maybe in the second, you know what this is about. You know what it's like to have a kid, and you know how to breastfeed and stuff like that. And most of these women is like, well, I need to go home to my other child or children. So is everything fine? Yes, bye. Yeah, exactly. Unless there's complications. Hi, Linda. You're still trying to figure out how many drills you need for your honor? Ooh, you're doing your honor. Doesn't it have a list of how many drills you need of each color? Yeah, you had to stay for 2 days the first time. You hope to stay one day this time. I want to stay for the checks on the baby. It all depends on how it goes. Well, I mean, if you have to travel a long way, because in Denmark, some stupid decision made that we only have a few big hospitals. We don't have these little city hospitals anymore, where I used to work here in my town. So some people will stay for the first 24 hours just to get all the checks done. But most of the checks gets done, right after the birth and make this heel blood test. And then you can basically go home and you can go to your doctor, and then what is that called in English again? The lady that comes to visit you, oh man, comes to visit you every now and then to make sure you and the baby is okay. Mm, wait, Francesca. Linda has that. I am guessing she maybe think she has some spares on her own. Oh, okay. Linda, you didn't see a list? I need to make time to contact the Etsy seller. I've just been lazy. No, the midwife is the one that delivers the baby, isn't it? Or do you use those to come to your home afterwards? Francesca, so it's okay. Sorry to talk about this here, but we provided you the list for your kid. So you are a part of those that sell these? No, I don't think they have a word for it, April. Mm. It's kind of like when is it the first year or something like that? You have this, maybe a nursery nurse would be the closest thing to it. Um, they will even contact you before you give birth to have a conversation about, what is the expectations of this nursery nurse coming to your house. And Maybe you don't even want her to come, maybe just a few times. A children's health nurse. Just ask my New Zealand friend. Well, we have Terry in here. She's from Australia. Um, but yeah, those can be amazing, and some of them are horrible. So yeah, it's quite interesting, this whole um, birthing and after birth system they have. Oh, but they do make mistakes too. Years and years ago, what was that? 20? No, it's more than 20 years. I was working at the hospital, so it has to be about 22 years ago. I came home from work. I was working at the hospital. I have had an early start that day. I think I met in at around 5 or 6. I came home. Um, and I saw that someone had left a message on my answering machine. So I listened to it, and it was kind of like, "Hi, Mia, we're calling you from the children's health nurse, and we saw that you just had a little daughter. Congratulations on her. I hope you really love her, and she's a beautiful little child. So I just want to schedule with you when we're supposed to come to visit you the first time." I was listening to on the phone, and I was like circling around myself, like, wait, did I forget something? And I was kind of like, was I drunk this weekend? Did I forget? I was so confused. Oh my god. Hi, Gail. Um, so I called them back, and the funny thing is, they had my social security number and my name, and I was like, but how can you have my social security number when I didn't give birth to anyone? I mean, I was I was 20, 21 at the time, which isn't old or very early. But I didn't have a boyfriend at that time. No, did I? Was I between? I can't remember. Anyway, I I called them back, and they were very confused, and it was so sorry. I'm so sorry, and oh my gosh, I don't know how that happened. We will look into it because now we are missing a mom. Oh no. Paige, the midwife took care during the pregnancy, delivery, and 2 checks after birth. The main care for the baby after is the health station with specialized nurses. Yeah, healthcare nurse. How are you doing, Gail? Yeah, um, that was interesting. I mean, at first I was a little, um, I oh dear, but yeah, I haven't tried that since. I mean, no, I haven't had any more unknown babies. I mean, that would have been funny. That would have been, what, a child of almost 22 by now? That that would have made me feel old, right? Yeah. I mean, sometimes I wish it could have been. I mean, but no. Mm. Hi, Irene. How are you doing? Ooh. So Francesca just sent me a picture I can see here. So, will anybody like to guess what Francesca said to me? I think, who was it that asked for this one? Can you remember? It was, we did talk about Yeah, you got the choice between a normal floral and a kind of like a cartoonish one, and people chose. Oh, I'm happy to hear that, Irene. Still waiting for it. So yeah. Oh, that's pretty. Wow. You want a little sneaky, sneaky, sneaky? Or should I just keep it for myself? Do you want a little sneaky peeky? Let me know if you want a sneak peek of one of the diamond paintings that Francesca will release very, very soon. Maybe even on my birthday. Who knows? Linda said share. Paige shares the goods. Irene says yes. You mean now? What do you mean, Nina? Yes, I can share it. The sneak peek, just like I've done other times. Uh, it's not a Ravenscraft. Ooh, Linda's Crafty Life. Okay. This is this week's sneaky peeky from Francesca. Isn't it pretty? I love these pinks. Pink colors. That's the word I was saying. Right, April? It's so beautiful. I love the colors. But I'm still in love with last week's. Oh, that's right, Francesca. I just forgot. I love these colors and I love the flowers. It's really, really pretty. The thing is, there will be a little purple in it as well. Pretty. See, 5 ABs. Wow. Hi, Dave's not here. How are you doing, Dave? Has your AC been fixed yet? If not, who do we want? Who should we kick in the behind? Hi, Diamond Hat. How are you doing? And Dave too. I hope you enjoy your day off. It's funny you always say Dave's not here. How's the babies? The kitties. Dave has 2 kitties too. A boy and a girl. Yeah, well, maybe soon, Linda, we get to see some of those Ravenscroft. Maybe soon. Soon. It isn't fixed, Dave, but it did come to take the old blower motor and brought me a portable unit to get through. Well, that is something, but darn it when it's so hot. I hope they fix it tomorrow then. I mean, the kitties need heat so they don't get a heat stroke or something like that. You will launch 3 Ravenscraft? Ooh, Linda will be happy then. Oh wait, Linda's Crafty Life. I have 2 sections left in my diamond painting. I'm hoping to finish today. I have an itch to start something new. Which one do you want to start, Linda? Diamond Heart started Creighton, number 2, Friday. It's huge. How big is that one? Is that the really, really long one? I've seen it. I think it's even on my wish lists. I can't. Ooh, diamond painting. Did anybody get anything this week? Okay, Dave, the portable unit is working just as well as the main AC. I normally keep it around 75 Fahrenheit and it is 74. Well, I'm happy for you, Dave, that it works again because yikes. The Krakens are nice. They are, Francesca, they are. Paige got Spark. Me too. I can't wait to get it. Take a look at it. Maybe I unboxed that one on Friday. I think so. Just because it's Star Trek. Diamond Heart, it is 108 by 65. That is a big one. It may be even bigger than this one. Mine is 50 by 125. So, yeah. But I think yours has way more drills. Francesca, you love Star Trek, but I did not like those. Well, they could have been better. I mean, I would have loved them to be less cartoony, but at least you can see who they're supposed to be. I mean, with Spock, you can see it's supposed to be Leonard Nimoy, and I loved the McCoy one. His was actually interesting compared to the two other ones, but I didn't like the Jim one. It was weird, and the yellow. I wanted, I want them to do Uhura. I mean, she's beautiful. Nichelle was an amazing woman. So I hope they will release one of her. And then I hope they will release some from the other series. I would love Voyager. I would love DS9. I would love Enterprise even because that series was amazing in my book. Discovery, Strange New World, Picard. I want them all. Gail didn't get anything, but I love the cat tree. The cat tree. Was that the old kitty? That was last week, right? Dave, you want DAC to get some Star Wars stuff? Well, maybe. I mean, but that would be Disney, right? Yeah. I mean, as long as I get a lot of Star Trek, everybody else can get what they want. I would love. Oh, wouldn't this be cool? I know we have several Trekkies in here. Trekkers. I learned that they were trekkers, not Trekkies. Apparently, there's a difference. But wouldn't this be amazing? A big one. It has to be big, but with all the ships. The first Enterprise from Enterprise, then the one from TNG, then you would have uh, um, the Voyager, you will have DS9, you will have the Strange New World Enterprise, you will have Discovery. I would love those. Oh, and the one from Picard as well. Wouldn't that, I mean, I would love that. They could even make them one at a time and then, but yeah, temporarily it's Disney. Disney is selling off a lot of its holdings. They are? Why? I don't get that. Why would they sell off? It makes them money. Oh, that's better. I'm glad you can't hear how my back is breaking itself. They've been bleeding money? Okay. I think someone told me something about it and I really did forget it again. Yes, Francesca, you jinxed each other because you wrote the same. Over here, it's like great minds think alike. Dave, there's been rumors that they are in talks with Lucasfilm to buy back the Star Wars rights. Interesting. What are Lucasfilms doing now? I mean, or are they a part of Disney and they want to separate them from Disney? My brain is hurting right now. No, my brain isn't hurting, but my brain is overloaded because there is a lot of pain going on. So I don't think I can think. I don't think I can think. Oh dear. But yeah. So, hold on. I need to check something very quickly. Um. Okay. No, Lucasfilms hasn't done a lot, but they still operate Industrial Light and Magic, which does a lot of the CGI seen in movies. Oh, that's okay. It's my chair that is squeaking. It has begun doing that. I don't know why. Hey, Ashley. Pink Poodle Diamond Painting is Ashley. It's okay. Look and drive. Be safe. Okay, it is about time that you should guess the DMC. So, if you haven't already done it, please go to my community page, take a look at the picture I put in yesterday, and then give me a guess on what color, what DMC is it that it has? What DMC number? I would love to know if you can guess it this week. I mean, I try to be sneaky every time, but someone guesses it. So I don't know. I don't know. Well, Francesca, I might have to ask you something as well about replacing some colors below 50. So Francesca's guess is 3705, which is incorrect. I'm sorry. Who else has a guess? Only Francesca? Thank you, Francesca. I would love that. Gail is guessing 956. Francesca is guessing 956, which is also incorrect. Dave is guessing 892. Linda is guessing 311. Yes, Francesca. Okay, Paige, feel better soon. I have a conversion that I need to order drills to, and I have these lower number ones. And yeah. So, any more guesses? Mommy duty. It's okay. Mommy duties are way more important than this one. Bye. So come on, any more guesses? I want to know because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guesses. Please give me more. Linda is guessing 956. Oh, thank you, Francesca. I need to take a look at that. Dave is guessing 602. Give me a few more and I'll tell you if anybody got the right one. I can tell you as much. Someone did guess it correctly. Nina, you have done a few by now. Maybe you could do a guess. Or you can find a cross-stitch DMC. They have a DMC chart. You could look at those. That is what I'm doing sometimes. I mean, I wouldn't have a chance in bleep to know all those DMCs. I just use one of those floss pages. So nobody has a guess anymore? Okay. I am going to count from 10 and then I'll tell you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dave got it correctly with 892, and Nina gave the same answer. So 892 was the answer of this week. Ta-da! Congratulations, Dave. Congratulations, Nina. But yay! I have a lot of fun trying to figure out these numbers. Well, the colors, because I am really trying to find colors that is, up close up against each other just to make it a little harder. But I mean, I must not be doing it right since every time someone is guessing it. Nah, it's okay. It's supposed to be fun. Wait, what? Your cat stepped on it? Well, then it's you who we should congratulate. How do you know a cat can guess it without even seeing the color? Well, maybe you need to make him pick, the lottery numbers. Right, Dave? 891 and 892 are very identical. It is just half a shade or something. And I was thinking, this one or this one. But the first time I did a blue one, and I was really sneaky, I thought, because when I looked at it, it was like this one. It was almost identical. And then Anthony Single and Placing ran in from from right and said, "Oh, it's that color." I'm like, okay. Yeah, you should do that, Nina. I mean, if you can just go over the keyboard and then guess it, I mean, he should be doing the lottery ticket. So what are everybody working on? If you're working on a diamond painting, that is. I am, what was that? I have around 55, wasn't it done? Around 50 centimeters left, 56, I think, on my amethyst. So yeah, I am so close. Francesca, I just finished I Miss You yesterday. Oh, yeah, that is the her name is gone. Mandy Manzano one. Yeah, that one is very near and dear to people. Linda is working on Frog Loving Felicia, a kid from Craftably. I need to see your weapon chat. So yeah, I am getting so close with this one. I hope I'll be able to finish it in August, but we'll see. We'll see. I just need to finish it. But it's been so fun with all these beautiful colors. Gail, I'm working on Home Sweet Home by Finira from Diamond Painting Fanatics. Oh, it's been a while since we've seen Heike, hasn't it? Maybe I need to write her and say, hey, are you okay? But hers are beautiful. April, I just finished Friends of the Maidens and Ellie May Be You, working on Love Your Inner Child. Wow, you've been busy, April. And here I am working on the same diamond painting for the third month in a row. Yeah, I'm slow, I know. Oh, by the way, I wrote Diamond Art Club yesterday because I saw. Hi, Auntie. How are you doing, sweetie? I wrote DAC because I saw somebody put in a picture of the astronomer and asking if if other have done it or if anybody would maybe do it together. And a sweet person, I can't remember her name anymore, said that, and then my name was going to do a event in January. So I wrote Diamond Art Club and told them that I was doing this event in January and February, and it was only with the astronomer. So if I could get the permission to tell about it in the VIP group, and I got a nice reply back that if I would write them again in November, I might be I could talk about it in December in the VIP group. And I'm like, well, that is a little late, isn't it? I mean, a lot of people could have started it by then, and it is a new start requirement. But, well, it's better than not being allowed to, right? April, I had put the Mandy down for 7 months and finally felt desire to finish her. Well, then she needed to be finished, and it wasn't 3 new starts, because then you would have made me feel bad. But yeah. And I'm still waiting for the events pages to, start put up their 2024 lists. But yeah, it'll be soon. And I still need to work on that Facebook page. I keep telling myself that. Maybe. When do you think I should do the Facebook page? Would it be in October, or when should I open it? I don't know. Right? Thank you, Linda. You keep talking about it. I wish I could get, a bunch of people to talk about the event so that most people, a lot of people will know it before, it starts. Because if I can't talk about it until December, it's like, what? I mean, I do hope that Kay from Diamond Painting Events on Facebook will put it in, rather soon. Right, Francesca? I think it's so sweet that Linda talks about it. It will be so fun. I mean, especially because people want to do it, even though it's a no frills event. And I think so many people have gotten used to, all the weekly giveaways and I don't know what, but it will be so fun. Oh, thank you, Chantal, and welcome. Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, this bag is absolutely trying to kick my butt. Um, Thank you, Linda. It was worse yesterday. Well, the pain is the same today, but it has moved away from my lungs, which is, I appreciate that. because I wouldn't have been able to talk like this if my lungs had been um, constricted. Then it would have been a very silent life or a very short life. I mean, depending on what people would have wanted. Ow. I can't laugh. Yeah, I can laugh, but it hurts. So, yeah. And I baked a vacation cake for David's coworkers on Friday. And I mean, it is absolutely the easiest cake to bake, right? And I mean, they all loved it. And oh my God, she is such a good baker. And suck it all up, the compliments. But I'm like, don't your wives bake for you? Or your girlfriends? Or yourself for that matter? Francesca, it is called a sweet beer cake. Um, I asked a friend of mine, she's an American and is married to a Norwegian. They live in Norway. I asked her yesterday if she had any idea if another beer could substitute it. Linda, someone was going to do the astronomer in August. I let them know about your event, so she's going to save it for that. Yay, Linda! Thank you. So I asked her, and she would ask her son, who is in the US. And he was like, I mean, basically, sweet beer would do it, but you have to look and find a sweet beer. I mean, you can't do a lime one. You can't do, you have as well, I guess you can, but it'll change the taste of it. The one that I use, it has a caramel and chocolate taste to it. It tastes amazing, by the way. Um, but yeah, I mean, maybe one could try to find a sweet beer with a low alcohol in it. That is kind of like either caramel or chocolate in the taste, in the notes. Because a friend of mine really wanted that recipe, and I was like, I don't even know if you can get a beer to use for it, and I haven't never tried a regular beer. Have you ever tried that, Nina, if you're still in here? Have you ever tried using a regular beer? Maybe I should try, just to make sure how it'll taste. I'm pretty sure David's co-worker will be my testers if they're warmed beforehand. I mean, this is a trial. Please let me know if this is okay. It's what's it called? This, everybody did it a while ago. I can't remember. I was laughing about it when everybody was like, something like that. Yeah. It is also there's some spices in it. There's cinnamon and, what's that one called in American? And ginger and, yeah. Yeah, the dab, right, April. Nina, I tried to use a root beer and that was okay. Mom used a regular dark beer and that was okay too. Well, which one of them tasted more like the original one? It's called a dab, Linda. Maybe I ought to. It's just because I don't like the taste of regular beer, which is why, a sweet beer is better because it doesn't really taste like beer. The root beer, the root beer. Oh, it is a yummy cake. I love it, and it's so easy. And then when you baked it in the oven, did you take it out and you let it cool off a little? Some people choose to let it cool completely, But I love it if it's still just a little bit lukewarm still. You slice it, and then you take butter from the fridge. I mean, if it's real butter, you need to take it out or you can use a cheese grater. Um, then you can slice some of the butter and then put it on the cake. Oh my God, I love it. And you need to put butter on it. It's kind of like a rule. Dave, you never heard of a beer cake, but I have had a rum cake. Rum cake, yeah. But beer cake, I think it's rather a Danish or maybe a Norwegian cake. Um, and I love it. It's so easy. You take all the ingredients. You need brown sugar. You need some flour. Then you need some, not baking powder, the other one. Anywho, and then you need some spices, and you mixed it. You mix it all together, and then I put the brown sugar in with the beer first and mix it together, and then I put some of the flour mix in, a little, and then everything is gone, and you mix it still to get it all really mixed in together, and then you pour it into several smaller pans or into a big bread pan. Stuff it in the oven for, depending on your oven, um, around 50 minutes or so. Yeah. No, yeah, maybe it's the baking soda. I can't remember. I know the name. Maybe one day I'll write it. I'll, translate it into English and people can try it. But I need to. Do we have root beer in Denmark? I think we have. Wait, you put butter in your coffee? I heard that, Linda. But doesn't that taste weird? I mean, I like butter, but it belongs on bread or pancakes. A cold pancake and then a little bit of butter on it, and then you roll it, or you can even put Nutella or something on it, and roll it together, and it's a snack. I love it, especially because we make the pancakes with a little thicker, and then like this, and you just put a little butter on it, and you roll it, and it's the most delicious snack of the world. Linda, in I blend in my small bullet blender, and it's so good. Love it on sourdough bread too. Yeah, right, Francesca? Butter and coffee? I would imagine that it would kind of, you know, make a funny surface. I mean, if you love it, I love it for you. But I don't think it'll be for me. What did Nina say? But it's still not the same taste. But if you haven't tried it with the right beer, you won't know the difference. Well, yeah, maybe you're right, Nina. I mean, the issue is I've. Dave, you'll have to send me the recipe at some point. I love trying international foods. I once tried a dish that I think was from the Netherlands, mashed potato with kale and smoked sausage. I haven't tried that. Smoked sausage. Well, we do have something like it. I don't think we do kale in it. I make mashed potatoes with carrots and other vegetables just to get some green in it. But I think kale would be amazing too. Huh. But it does sound simple. This one is so easy. I mean, beer in a bowl, put in the brown sugar, and then mix the flour with all the spices and stuff, and put it in. I mean, the mixing takes about, I don't know, 10 minutes, and then finding all the things takes me about 5 minutes or so, maybe 10, because I'm making sure that everything is okay and measuring correctly. Um, so yeah, you have a cake in about an hour, and the baking takes the longest. But I will get it translated. Google bulletproof coffee. Bulletproof coffee. I have to look at that. If you Google bulletproof coffee, you will find the original recipe. I also sometimes put coconut oil in with it. See, um, I will look it up. I'm not sure I want to try it. Mm, you're strange like that, though. Or maybe I'm just, traditional. I don't know. I mean, I like my coffee. I mean, for the longest time, I only drank my coffee black. Okay. Maybe with a little sugar in it, depending on, coffee is different. It depends on the beans. Some of it is a little stronger than others. I like strong coffee, but if it's a little sour in the taste, I need some sugar in it. I know that, Chantel. I'm not adventurous enough, not when it comes to my coffee. But then, my one of my dearest friends talked me into try a latte macchiato, and I was very, you know, um, skeptic because milk in my coffee. I mean, that just means you're not old enough to drink coffee, right? But boy, I loved it. Then I got my own Tassimo machine, which is basically the same as a Nespresso or whatever. Um, and I started getting all these different latte macchiatos. I do also have the regular black coffee. Um, but now I got macchiato with Bailey taste. I got it with caramel taste. I got it with it's a little cocoa in it. No, that's just a regular coffee with cocoa in it, isn't it? But I love my coffees. Just like Angie. Linda, you do need to blend it though, so the oils in the butter coconut oil emulsifies. Did I say that correctly? Emulsifies? Yeah, well, but even though when you blend it, doesn't it make this surface kind of oily surface? You love coffee too, Francesca? Wouldn't it be so neat if we could meet all one day and then we could each try to bring some of the coffee that we love and then we can try each other's. I mean, I wouldn't need to bring my machine, of course. But yeah, Catherine, you don't do coffee or tea. Well, do you do iced tea? That's not hot. Or juice, maybe? I don't know. I love coffee. I love tea, especially mint tea or licorice tea. But apparently that's bad for your blood pressure. I said it correctly. Yay. It somehow gets dispersed so there is no blob of oil on the top. It would be fun to get together. Yeah, right? So anyway, what was that? About a year ago, I needed because I have a high blood pressure. I have a high blood pressure, not a blood pressure. Oh, so I need to take my blood pressure about twice a day, 3 times each time. The first few days, everything went well. It was a-okay. Then the last night, I had some salty licorice. I love salty licorice. Then the next morning, my blood pressure was through the sky. And I was like, I don't understand that. what happened? Why is my blood sugar so high? And then at the evening, everything was fine again. And I was, I was thinking, I was like, what did I do differently? Ooh, the licorice ones. But can it really, I was like, can it really affect like 12, 14 hours later? Apparently it can. Because I had the blood pressure to prove it. I'm like, wow, that was kind of interesting. Catherine, you just drink squash. Just that cola? Because I have a heart down here. Ooh, hot chocolate. Have you ever tried a hot chocolate with salty caramel in it? That is one of the capsules that I have for my Tassimo as well. That one is dangerous. I really need, to say I can get 1 cup, maybe once a week, because otherwise it will be like 4 cups a day and poof, it will be gone. But water is good. You need water. I do water with taste. Don't forget, hydrate. And I'm doing good today. I can drink without spilling it all over myself. Some days my hands is shaking, so I get water all over myself, and I look like a child that is trying to learn how to drink because everything is wet. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not old enough to drink by myself, apparently. But yeah. Ouch. Squash Coke. Is that squash? You just drink squash Coke? Oh, you're missing the. Okay. What is squash really? Please tell me. Gail, you love hot chocolate with salted caramel? Linda, got my water too, trying to stay hydrated. Good idea. 2 liters a day, at least. Well, they say at least 1.5 liter, which is about half a gallon, a little less than half a gallon. No, wait. Yeah, a little less than half a gallon. That is what you're supposed to drink every day. Yeah, well, I mean, we have to go somewhere, Francesca, and I am wet all over here. People are like, what did you do? Well, I'm not old enough to drink by myself, apparently. Yes, Angie, we did guess the DMC, but do you have a guess? I would love to know if you did a guess, if you had a guess. Oh, yeah, kind of like this. This is orange and raspberry. 602. Sorry, Angie. Nope. It was 892. I had the 602 not too long ago, didn't I? I think I. How are you doing, Angie? Have you gotten a lot of diamond painting done now that you're home again? Well, home. I mean, for some people, drinking pure water, it's almost impossible. Sorry. Because of the tension in the um, on top of the water, of the word is forgotten. Anyway, you need to put a little flavor like a cucumber or any taste at all, because that breaks the surface very well. So pure water, apparently it has a static or something surface, and that means that the surface is almost, too big to be swallowed. But then if you add a little something, a little juice or a little lime or anything, that breaks that staticky surface and you can drink. Francesca, your mom was like that? My sister Leah that was in here, she can't. And who was it what we talked to the other day? Oh, that's one of the women in my knitting. No, one of the women in my knitting group's husband. He can't drink pure water, so he needs something in it as well. And my sister can't drink pure water after she had her gastric bypass. So yeah, Angie is working on her day wall and hopes to finish by October. Cool. Ow. Ouch. Oh God. Sorry. Linda, you use a Berkey water filter. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Francesca. I don't like to sneeze right now because it hurts. Um, well, we have a water filter. We just sometimes forget to use it. But the surface is still somehow too big. I have it every now and again, because one of the lovely things about Klippel-Feil syndrome is that sometimes you have, choking hazard or swallowing issues. Kind of like when in the morning I have the biggest issues um, with taking my medicine. That is the only time of the day that I have these issues. Most of the time it's in the morning, but the rest of the day, no issues at all. I can even take even bigger pills and before bedtime without any trouble than the very few pills I have to take in the morning. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But Klippel-Feil syndrome for you, nothing makes sense. Dive water has a surface tension that you can float a needle on if it placed carefully, but then as soon as you poke a needle through the surface, anywhere the needle will sink. Yeah, exactly. That is the tension. Yeah, and it's weird how it can basically be too big in your mouth, right? That is so weird. I mean, it's just water if you look at it. I mean, but yeah. Oh yeah, you have. We did that once in physics, Dave. That we have to place it and then poke it with anything. Catherine, if you just put a little something in it, like cucumber, it will be much easier. Or if you have some juice or anything, the most important is you drink water. I mean, this is basically water with flavor in it. And I drink about 2 of these every day. It's a liter in it. Sometimes I drink more. I had a day not too long ago where I almost did 3 of these. I was so thirsty, and it was cold outside, so it wasn't the heat. And you got low blood pressure. You have to be careful with that, huh, sweetheart? Low blood pressure can be dangerous as high blood pressure, but yeah. And this is my second one today. I made one when I got up at 4 o'clock this morning because I was thirsty, and then I was almost done with it when David woke up, because I would wake up every now and then. Then I got something to drink and I fell asleep again on the couch. It's okay, Francesca. Hope you enjoy the food shopping with your husband. See you next time. Dave, when I backpack, I take a 1 liter bladder with me with a filter so I can drink from streams, and I always carry flavor and electrolyte packets to add in. I have to have flavor. I don't like electrolytes. They're so salty. But yeah, it's a good idea. Have a great week too, Francesca. Auntie's going shopping too in Costco. Have you seen the diamond paintings, Auntie, or is that only in the US? Bye, Francesca. Wasn't it Costco? Yeah, it was Costco. I saw that Shay bought one. Yeah, I mean, over here, yeah, we have a few of these little small ones, and they're all with round drills. So I can't buy those. I mean, but yeah, hopefully both my new ones will be in on Monday because the one that I bought last Sunday was delayed, even though it was an express. I was supposed to have had it Thursday. Yeah, I know, Dave, that electrolytes is basically salts. I mean, it depending on how much water you drink. I looked into it, and you have to drink about 5 or 6 liters a day for a longer period of time, and then you will, wash out your salts and everything. My issue is I would rather have some chips or something because I can't have that salty taste in my water or something. Um, and it's kind of weird because I can have salt on my egg, I can have chips, I can, but the electrolytes in water, I can't do it. So yeah, if it's very hot and I'm drinking a lot, I just, you know, get my salt somewhere else. I had to have it once in Egypt many years ago in 2010 because we got the tourist bug, and yeah, they feared that we needed electrolytes, that we were losing all our electrolytes. So we had to drink that morning and evening for 5 or 6 days or something like that. And I was cursing at them the entire time. So like I had it um in a little, some water with a little taste in it, and I dunked it in there, hold my nose, I downed it, and I had some soda right next to it so I could flush away the bad taste. Auntie Lizzie in Ontario showed them on her channel 6 months ago. I haven't looked for them here in BC. Hmm, okay. Yeah, normally we get our electrolytes from food. However, when being active in heat, it's best to add some to the water. Yeah, I know, which is why I would never do something like that in the heat. But I know a lot of people do, and it's just me being weird. And I mean, we already did establish that, right? You use the Propel packets, the flavor overrides the saltiness of the electrolytes. We don't have those over here. We just have the electrolytes, and not for me. So I'm planning on never getting that sick again so that I need those. Otherwise, they need to inject it into me or something because not doing it again. I had 5 or 6 days of it. That was more than enough for me. And I know if it happens, I will do it. But, a girl can complain just a little. But yeah, it's the funny thing. It's the same with food. It can't be too salty, and I can't eat it. Which is why most people have to, if I'm cooking, they need to salt it themselves if they need more salt than me, because I would rather undersalt something that people can add themselves than put in too much and I can eat it. So yeah. And it's funny, right? How people are different in their ways of, you know, eating stuff. I have something with textures. which is one of the reasons why I don't eat cheese, because that texture in my mouth is not a good thing. Sorry. David decided that in his vacation, he started his vacation yesterday, that we were about to change the rhythm of our day. So we go to bed before and get up earlier. So I needed to change the times when I take my medication. So yeah, but I think it has to wait a little bit, because I'm not going to do that in front of everybody, and maybe some people will be triggered and YouTube will get my behind. So yeah, I mean, I know it's medication, but maybe somehow some people would see it as giving it an okay to do drugs, which I'm totally against. But you never know. Some people tend to overreact and stuff like that. So I have to wait a little. Ow. But yeah, I don't know if I have a whole lot of more today. Maybe next week, I think. Because we've had our vacation and maybe we do something. I don't know. I mean, a lot of David's vacation will be used on his mom's house and the apartment that he rented on the care facility. So yeah, that is what a lot of the vacation is going to do. But kind of like, who was it that said it to David? Like, well, it's good that you didn't, book a vacation down south. And it was like, yeah, well, if we had, that would have had to be it, right? I mean, I don't know. We might even have to end up, but you never know what's going to happen, do you? But yeah, Nina lost her internet connection, so she isn't in here anymore. Okay, Angie, have a nice trip, or have a nice shopping trip. Hope you get everything you need. Have a great week, and let's talk soon, Angie. It's been a while. But yeah, I think maybe this week we're gonna do it a short one. I mean, an hour and a half, and it's a short one. It sounds weird, right? But I mean, the past, I don't know, month, 2 months, we've been in around in 2 hours. So yeah, but I think it'll be it for me today. I kind of need to relax on my back a little and take my medicine. But yeah, let's call it a day, everybody. And I'm happy you were all here. And hopefully I see you next Sunday for another round of Guess the DMC. Hopefully a lot more people will stop by eventually when the summer is over. Thank you, Gail, for being here. Thank you, Catherine. I will do my very best. Yeah, so see you next Sunday. Have a great week. And yeah, see you in my next video or something. Have a great week, everybody. Bye. Love you.